Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome to my German stream. Good Abend, or happy early Sunday on the European or East Coast side. See if we get German going. Okay. And hope that I will get to the league. I mentioned on my stream yesterday that I upped my practices. So I am definitely, I think, in good shape to get it where I need it to be. Let's jump. Yep. Go. German. Okay. Okay, so yesterday we left off I believe, sure. So we should be going on to plans.
Bis wann?
This fun. I'm gonna say I haven't seen this before. I will say until when. That was good. Not having seen that phrase before. Since we've done the see you later and see you soon, this is hoping it would be something along those type of question sections. Okay.
Das Restaurant ist geöffnet, aber der Kellner hat keine Zeit.
The restaurant is, I'm going to say open, because we had on a practice the word öffnet before. So the restaurant is open, but the waiter had no time or didn't have any time, probably, to wait on them. So it's been a busy restaurant. The restaurant is open, but the waiter has no time. Das Restaurant ist geöffnet, aber der Kellner hat keine Zeit.
Entschuldigung, bis wann?
Excuse me, until when? Entschuldigung, bis wann?
Die Eintrittskarte ist teuer.
This is interesting. So we've had Speisekarte means menu. So I'm hoping it's just another word for it, like maybe the entrees menu. Give it a shot. The Eintrittskarte ist teuer. Oh, okay. That's a new one. Admission ticket. Oh, entree in French. So entrance and carta. Okay, learned a new word. Admission ticket is expensive.
2, 3, 4.
Good thing we can practice our numbers. All you were missing was and the 1 and the 2. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Das Spiel ist von 2 bis 4.
The game is, I'm going to guess, from 2 to 4. Or until 4. Since we had this van on the previous question, so until. Das Spiel ist von Zeit von 2 bis 4. The game is from 2 until 4. Okay, and looks like our Stream Raiders is ready to go. Let's go do it. See if we have anybody on there today. Yep, we have a few people. Awesome. Let's get this going. Let's see if my flag bearer does anything to support and buff her. These brave warrior souls. Can someone get the candy, please? Let's get that candy. I don't know. 4 allies and 30 plus enemies. Oh, they still won. Okay, good. Type in chat for that. All right. Musketeer scrolls and some minis. And congratulations, Sniper. And we defeated the boss. Woohoo. Okay. Since we finished that map, oh, it changes to new map. Ooh, that'll be exciting. Okay, let's go for very easy to start with. Let's see how that goes. And I like my little skeleton dude, so I'm going to put him. Let's see. I want to protect the villagers. As the developer said, if we don't protect the villagers and they get killed, they turn into zombie and start attacking us. So cute. Okay, I'm going to put my guy over here. I'll protect this person.
Das Schwimmbad ist nur bis 5 geöffnet. Das Schwimmbad ist 5. Das Schwimmbad ist nur bis 5 geöffnet. Nur. Von. Bis. Geöffnet. Das Schwimmbad ist nur bis 5 geöffnet. Bis 5 geöffnet.
Okay. The swimming pool is only open until 5, I believe. The Schwimmbad is nur bis 5 geöffnet. I like these matchies. This one's easy. Doner kebab is just Döner.
Döner.
Coffee is Kaffee.
Kaffee.
Boyfriend is Freund.
Freund.
Wann, we just learned today, is when.
Wann.
And from is von.
Von.
Wöd. Wöd.
Tomatoes is Tomaten.
Tomaten.
And since we just learned this one because I got it wrong, admission ticket is Eintrittskarte.
Eintrittskarte.
Hot is heiß.
Heiß.
0 is null.
Null.
And fall is Herbst.
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 Bis wann ist das Restaurant geöffnet?
Until when is the restaurant open? Bis wann ist das Restaurant geöffnet? With is
Mit.
Daughter is Tochter.
Tochter.
Until is bis.
Bis.
Mineral water is Mineralwasser.
Mineralwasser.
And 4 is vier.
4.
Bis wann ist das Museum geöffnet?
Until when is the museum open? Bis wann ist das Museum geöffnet?
Die Bibliothek ist von 9 bis 7 geöffnet.
So the library is open from 9 until 7. Bibliothek ist von 9 bis 7 geöffnet.
Die Eintrittskarte kostet 10 Euro.
The admission ticket cost 10 euros. Die Eintrittskarte kostet 10 Euro.
Wie viel kostet die Eintrittskarte?
How much does the admission ticket cost? Wie viel kostet die Eintrittskarte?
Entschuldigung, bis wann ist das Museum geöffnet?
Excuse me, until when is the museum open? Entschuldigung, bis wann ist das Museum geöffnet?
Die Bäckerei ist von 8 bis 2 geöffnet.
The bakery is open from 8 until 2. And that's very typical of bakeries who are only open from their morning baking time. Although most start 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Die Bäckerei ist von 8 bis 2 geöffnet.
Die Eintrittskarte ist teuer.
I better get this one right since I got it wrong at the beginning. The admission ticket is expensive. Die Eintrittskarte ist teuer. Ooh, got a crayon on level 1 for this one. For practices, easy practices. And breeze through these ones.
Ist der Supermarkt links oder rechts? Ist der Supermarkt links oder rechts?
Is the supermarket on the left or on the right? Is the Supermarkt links oder rechts?
Asa.
Ist das Kino in der Nähe? Ist das Kino in der Nähe?
Is the cinema nearby. Das Kino in der Nähe. Or the movie theater.
An. An.
Der Bahnhof ist auch rechts. Der Bahnhof ist auch rechts.
The train station is also on the right. Der Bahnhof ist auch rechts.
Mit. Mit.
Die Kirche ist in der Nähe.
The church is nearby. Kirche ist in der Nähe.
Ist das Museum rechts oder links?
Is the museum on the right or on the left? Ist das Museum rechts oder links?
Das Kino, der Supermarkt.
The movie theater, the supermarket. Das Kino, der Supermarkt.
Ja, der Supermarkt ist rechts.
Yes, the supermarket is on the right. Ja, der Supermarkt ist rechts.
Die Kirche ist da drüben.
The church is over there. Die Kirche ist da drüben.
Der Supermarkt und der Markt.
Because you need to have both, right? A supermarket and a market. Der Supermarkt und der Markt. Church, die Kirche.
Oh, der Bahnhof ist links?
Oh, the train station is on the left. Bahnhof ist links. Oh, the movie theater is small. Oh, das Kino ist klein.
Die Kirche ist alt und schön.
The church is old and beautiful. Kirche ist alt und schön. Ist das Museum on the right or on the left? Das Museum rechts oder links?
Die Kirche ist alt.
The church is old. Die Kirche ist alt. The movie theater is on the right. Das Kino ist rechts.
Ü. Ü.
Bis bald, Mutter. Bis bald, Mutter.
See you soon, Mother. Bis bald, Mutter.
Ehe. Ehe.
Bis bald, Vater. Bis bald, Vater.
See you soon, Father. Bis bald, Vater.
Super!
Great. Super.
Danke und auf Wiedersehen. Danke. Und auf Wiedersehen.
thank you and goodbye, or literally until we are seeing each other.
Guten Tag, wie geht's?
And this is how you greet someone. Good day, good afternoon. How are you? Tag, wie geht's?
Es tut mir leid.
This is the shortened version of just saying I am sorry. It's all my fault. Es tut mir leid.
Okay, es tut mir leid.
Hey, I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta apologize. Okay, es tut mir leid.
Sehr gut, danke. Super, danke.
Great, thank you. Super, danke.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye, auf Wiedersehen.
Kein Problem. Bis später.
No problem. Later. Kein Problem, bis später.
Gut, danke.
Gut, danke. Good, thank you.
Peter, wie geht's?
Peter, how are you? Peter, wie geht's? See you. No problem, see you later. Kein Problem, bis später.
Natürlich, kein Problem.
Of course, no problem. Natürlich, kein Problem. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, es tut mir leid. For toll, also another word to say great. Peter, how are you? Peter, wie geht's? Some harder practices.
Eine Stadt in Deutschland.
A city in Germany. Eine Stadt in Deutschland.
München ist eine Stadt in Deutschland.
Munich is a city in Germany. München ist eine Stadt in Deutschland. I come from Austria. Ich komme aus Österreich.
Ich habe, Sie haben.
I have, they have. Ich habe, sie haben.
Wie ist es in New York?
How is it in New York, or what is it like in New York? Wie ist es in New York? I come from Germany. Ich komme aus Deutschland.
Wie ist es in München?
What is it like in Munich? Wie ist es in München? City in Germany, eine Stadt in Deutschland.
Wie ist es in Berlin?
What is it like in Berlin? Wie ist es in Berlin? Oops. I wonder if that name, so that spelling sticks in my brain. City in Canada, eine Stadt in Kanada.
Wie ist es in Wien?
What is it like in Vienna? Wie ist es? Ist es in Wien? City, eine Stadt.
Wie ist es in Chicago?
What is it like in Chicago? Wie ist es in Chicago? What's it like in New York? Wie ist es in New York? I come from Canada. Ich komme aus Canada. Oh, before me. So we just had the reverse of this. I have, they have, ich habe, sie haben. Conjugate. Difficult practice.
Ich
Story
liebe
time.
meine Mutter.
I love my mother. Ich liebe meine Mutter.
Hin. Hin.
Meine Partnerin ist sehr nett.
My partner, female, is very nice. Meine Partnerin ist sehr nett.
Wo ist deine Partnerin?
Where is your partner? Wo ist deine Partnerin?
Liebst du meinen Hund?
Do you love my dog? I would probably say yes. Liebst du meinen Hund?
Liebst du deinen Hund?
Important question, do you love your own dog? Deinen Hund. And I would hear this from many a cat lover. Oh, ich liebe meine Katze. My cat.
Oh, du liebst meine Katze.
Oh, you love my cat. Oh, du liebst meine Katze. I love my mother.
Oh, ich liebe meine Katze.
like it is pink. Es ist rosa. Some girls don't like pink.
Richtig. Meine Lieblingsfarbe.
Correct. My favorite color. Richtig. Lieblingsfarbe. That is Sari's favorite color. She's giving it Lily.
Rosa mit einer Katze.
Pink with a cat. Rosa mit einer Katze.
Ich liebe Katzen.
And again, Sari loves cats. Ich liebe.
Und die Katze fährt Motorrad.
And the cat is riding a motorcycle. Katze fährt Motorrad.
Das ist so lustig.
That is so funny, yes, that a cat is driving a motorcycle. Das ist so lustig.
Es ist das perfekte Geburtstagsgeschenk. Es ist das perfekte Geburtstagsgeschenk.
It is the perfect birthday present. Es ist das perfekte Geburtstagsgeschenk.
Sari, heute ist nicht mein Geburtstag.
Excuse me, sorry, today is not my birthday. Heute ist nicht mein Geburtstag.
Ich weiß, heute ist mein Geburtstag.
I know, ich weiß. Heute ist mein Geburtstag. Today is my birthday.
Oh, ja, richtig.
Oh yeah, right.
Du vergisst meinen Geburtstag immer.
You always forget my birthday. Yikes, that's your friend telling you that. Du vergisst meinen Geburtstag immer. Interesting that the verb to forget, vergisst, sounds very much like forget in English.
Aber dieses Jahr hast du ein Geschenk für mich. Das T-Shirt.
But this Jahr, you have a present for me. Hast du ein Geschenk für mich? The T-shirt.
Super, danke.
Hey, thank you.
Nein, nein. Ich sage danke.
Oh, no. I say thank you to you. Ich sage danke. So shady. You forget, du vergisst. Funny is lustig, cute is sass, ist kiss, gibt, richtig, great. Had a good cognates in this vocab lesson. And one more short story, and we go on to tonight's scary story. The dance class.
Der Tanzkurs.
Der Tanzkurs. The dance class.
Eddie ist in Lisas Kurs.
Eddie is in Lisa's class, Kurs.
Guten Abend und willkommen.
Good evening and welcome. Guten Abend und willkommen. That is what I should officially say to everybody every time I do my stream. Guten Abend und willkommen.
Heute tanzen wir.
Today we dance. Heute tanzen wir.
Eddie geht schnell zur Tür.
Eddie gets quickly to the door. Eddie gets schnell zur Tür.
Moment,
Wait. Moment.
geh
Moment.
nicht weg.
Don't leave. Geh nicht weg.
Tanzen ist nicht einfach.
Dancing is not easy. Tanzen ist nicht einfach. Yes, easy is the opposite of difficult.
Aber es macht wirklich Spaß.
But it is really fun. And it's battle time. So get to that one. See who's... Oh no, I think I'm gonna die today because it's just me. I didn't know I could win the spell. Okay, I'll do this for the next one. If you have enough spell tomes to unlock a spell, head over to the Army tab and click on the Spells tab. I didn't know that was there. I was looking for it next time. Alright, let's lose this by myself. One woman army. Oh my god, all the villagers are dead and they're shooting me. I feel bad. I couldn't protect anyone. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. And I've killed 7 people, but you know, I have like 40 enemies to fight. Oh no, they're coming for me. They're coming for me. Please remember me fondly. Wait, did I kill everybody? I actually killed everyone by myself? That's new. Let's see who it's gonna pick as a winner. No one, because there was no one in there. Okay, so no one got the flag bearer scrolls. Sorry, folks. Okay, and I can raise my shadow person. That's good. Okay, let's see if there's anybody else I can unlock today. I don't have enough for everything. So let's see what I can actually unlock. I think Barbarian wouldn't be too bad. Barbarian, or actually Paladin. No, Barbarian, closer to getting that one upgraded. Actually, I can't unlock it. I think I need more gold for that. Alright. Captain spells. See what I can do with that. Oh, I do have a bunch of spells. But I just need to have enough money to unlock them. Which I had before I started upgrading people. Alright. Let's get to the next one. This one seems easy. And I will stick with my scary dude. He seemed to do a pretty good job protecting everybody. I'm going to go here. I'm here. And hopefully everybody else makes it over as well. Alright, and back to duo in the meantime for the next battle. Okay, so dancing is not easy, but it is really fun. Aber es macht wirklich Spaß.
Okay, aber ich habe ein Problem.
Hey, but I have a problem.
Hab keine Angst. Ich zeige es dir.
Don't fear. I will direct you. I will show it to you. Hab keine Angst. Ich zeige es dir. Lisa wants to show Eddie how to dance because it's fun. Yes, that's what she wants to do.
Aber
But
Lisa tanzt.
the dances, the tanzt.
Und jetzt tanzt du mit mir.
And now you dance with me. Und jetzt tanzt du mit mir.
Oh, tanzen macht wirklich Spaß.
And like she said, now he agrees, oh, dancing is really fun. Tanzen macht wirklich Spaß.
Super. Und? Hast du immer noch?
Great. And do you still have a problem?
Ein Problem?
Und hast du immer noch ein Problem?
Ja,
Yes.
Aber warum?
But why? Aber warum?
ich muss eigentlich zum Englischkurs.
I must get to my English class. Ich muss eigentlich zum Englischkurs. I must actually go to my English class.
Aber ich mag den Tanzkurs lieber.
But I prefer or I like the dance class better. Aber ich mag den Tanzkurs lieber. Yeah, so Eddie accidentally went into dance class instead of English class. Yeah, happens all the time. And schnell is quickly, Tor is Tour, actually ist eigentlich, mach lieber, like better, is fun, macht Spaß. Okay, and now comes the point in our session where I will take a quick coffee break and I will set you guys up for a scary story. Thank you, Jigo, for the 10 lessons. Oh, Jigo, congratulations to 10 lessons. Okay, give him a high five. Oh, look, I went from 7 to 6 to 5. So I have a good chance in the next 21 hours of making it out of the Sapphire League. Yay! Okay, quick coffee break. Quick tea break. I will come back and we'll do our next story. So it is super convenient to have the kitchen be like a step away from me, where I could go warm up my coffee in no time. It's just waiting for that microwave to cycle, and I have to wait for it to steep for a little bit. But besides that, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. So on to the next portion. I did a poem yesterday. So today I'm going to do a longer story time by Edgar Allan Poe. I had this book I believe it was a birthday present from my high school boyfriend. So today we are going to do The Telltale Heart. Set the mood, some scary music, which I found on Pretzel Rocks yesterday. That's nice that for the season they have a spooky channel, which actually worked out better when I was putting on the Trivia Murder Party. It set the scene better, scary elevator music than the actual game. So that was very appropriate. And see if we can get some ambiance going. Okay. I believe this one has some images that play on it. Muted it, but you should still get the images. I have some mood lighting so I can actually read it this time, because I don't have my glasses on. Shame on me. Should look okay. Okay. The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. True, nervous, very, very dreadfully nervous I had been and am. But why will you say that I am mad? The decease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in the heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain. But once conceived, it haunted me day and night. An object there was none. Passion there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me. He had never given me insult. For his gold I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, blood ran cold. And so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now, this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded with that caution, with that foresight, with that dissimulation. I went to work. I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. And every night, about midnight, I turned the latch of his door and opened it, oh, so gently. And then, when I had made an opening sufficient for my head, I put in a dark lantern, closed, so that no light shone out. And then I thrust in my head. Oh, you would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. Moved it slowly, very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening, so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Ha! Would a madman have been so wise as this? And then, when my head was well in the room, I undid the lantern cautiously. Oh, so cautiously, for the hinges creaked. I undid it just so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. And this I did for 7 long nights, every night, just at midnight. But I found the eye always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work. For it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. Every morning when the day broke, I went boldly into the chamber, spoke courageously to him, calling him by name in a hearty tone, and inquiring how he had passed the night. So you see, he would have been a very profound old man indeed to suspect that every night, just at 12, I looked in upon him while he slept. On the 8th night, I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. A watch's minute hand moves more quickly than mine. Never before that night had I felt the extent of my own powers, my sagacity. I could scarcely contain my feelings of triumph. To think that there I was, opening the door, little by little, not even to dream of secret deeds or thoughts. I fairly chuckled at the idea. He was definitely a peculiar fellow. Hello, your dad. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he heard me, for he moved on the bed suddenly as if startled. Now you may think that I drew back, but no. His room was as black as pitch with the thick darkness, for the shutters were close fastened, through fear of robbers, and so I knew that he could not see the opening of the door, and I kept pushing it on steadily, steadily. I had my head in, and was about to open the lantern, when my thumb slipped upon the tin fastening, and the old man sprang up in bed, crying out, "Who's there?" I kept quite still and said nothing. For a whole hour I did not move a muscle, and in the meantime I did not hear him lie down. He was still sitting up in the bed listening, just as I had done night after night, hearkening to the death watches in the wall. Presently I heard a slight groan, and I knew it was the groan of mortal terror. It was not a groan of pain or of grief. No, it was the low stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul when overcharged with awe. I knew the sound well. Many a night, just at midnight, when all the world slept, it was swelled up from my own bosom, deepening with its dreadful echo the terrors that distracted me. I say I knew it well. I knew what the old man felt and pitied him, although I chuckled at heart. I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first slight noise, when he had turned in the bed. His fears had been ever since growing upon him. He had been trying to fancy them causeless, but could not. He had been saying to himself, "It is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor." Or, "It is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp." Yes, he had been trying to comfort himself with these suppositions. And here's this decoration book. I'm not sure if you can recall. Being caught in the bed. But the old man found that all in vain, because death, in approaching him, had stalked with his black shadow before him and enveloped the victim. And it was the mournful influence of the unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room. When I had waited a long time, very patiently, without hearing him lie down, I resolved to open a little, very, very little crevice in the lantern. So I opened it. I cannot imagine how stealthily, until at length a single dim ray, like the thread of the spider, shot from out the crevice and fell full upon the vulture eye. It was open, wide open, and I grew furious as I gazed upon it. I saw it with perfect distinctness, all a dull blue, hideous veil over it chilled the very marrow in my bones. But I could see nothing else of the old man's face or person, for I had directed the ray, as if by instinct, precisely upon the damned spot. And have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over acuteness of the senses? Now, I say, there came to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I knew that sound well, too. It was the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury as the beating of a drum stimulates the soldier into courage. But even yet I refrained and kept still. I scarcely breathed. I held the lantern motionless. I tried how steadily I could to maintain that ray upon the eye. Meantime, the hellish tattoo of the heart increased. It grew quicker and quicker, louder and louder every instant. The old man's terror must have been extreme. It grew louder, I say, louder every moment. Do you mark me well? I have told you that I am nervous. So I am. And now at the dead hour of the night, Amid the dreadful silence of that old house, so strange a noise as this excited me to uncontrollable terror. Yet for some minutes longer I refrained and stood still, but the beating grew louder, louder. I thought the heart must burst, and now new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's hour had come. Loud yell, I threw open the lantern, leaped into the room. He shrieked once only. In an instant I dragged him to the floor and pulled the heavy bed over him. I then smiled gaily to find the deed so far done. But for many minutes the heart beat on with a muffled sound. This, however, did not vex me. It would not be heard through the hall. At length it ceased. The old man was dead. I removed the bed and examined the corpse. Yes, he was stone dead. I placed my hand upon the heart, held it there many minutes. There was no pulsation. He was stone dead. His eye would trouble me no more. No, I am not a librarian, but I am a fan of suspenseful stories, so I figure I'd do something slightly different. If still you think of me mad, you will think no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. The night waned, and I worked hastily, but in silence. First of all, I dismembered the corpse. I cut off the head and the arms and the legs. I then took up 3 planks from the flooring and the chamber and deposited all between the scantlings. I then replaced the bounds, boards so cleverly, so cunningly that no human eye, not even his, could have detected anything wrong. There was nothing to wash out, no stain of any kind, no blood spot whatever. I had been too wary for that. A tub had caught all that. Ha ha! When I had made an end of these labors, it was 4 o'clock, still dark as midnight, as the bell sounded the hour. There came a knocking at the street door. I went down to open it with a light heart. But what had I now to fear? There entered 3 men who introduced themselves with perfect suavity as officers of the police. A shriek had been heard by a neighbor during the night. Suspicion of foul play had been aroused. Information had been lodged at the police office, and that they, the officers, had been deputed to search the premises. I smiled, for what had I to fear? I bade the gentleman welcome. The shriek, I said, was my own in a dream. The old man, I mentioned, was absent in the country. I took my visitors all over the house. I bade them search well. I led them at length to his chamber. I showed him his treasures, secure, undisturbed, the enthusiasm of my confidence. I brought chairs into the room and desired them here to rest from their fatigues, while I myself, in the wild audacity of my perfect triumph, placed my own seat upon the very spot beneath which reposed the corpse of the victim. The officers were satisfied. My manner had convinced them. I was singularly at ease. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of familiar things. But ere long I felt myself getting pale and wished them gone. My head ached, and I fancied a ringing in my ears. But still they sat and still chatted. Ringing became more distinct. It continued and became more distinct. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued and gained definiteness until at length I found that the noise was not within my ears. No doubt I now grew very pale, but I talked more fluently and with a heightened voice. Yet the sound increased, and what could I do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I gasped for breath, and yet the officers heard it not. I talked more. Maybe I will make that a redeem for another channel. I talked more quickly, more vehemently, but the noise steadily increased. I rose and argued about trifles in a high key and with violent gesticulations, but the noise steadily increased. Why would they not be gone? I paced the floor to and fro with heavy strides. and if excited to fury by the observations of the men. But the noise steadily increased. Oh God, what could I do? I foamed, I raved, I swore. I swung the chair upon which I had been sitting, grated it upon the boards, but the noise arose all over and continually increased, grew louder, louder, louder. Still the men chatted pleasantly and smiled. Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God! No, no, they heard. They suspected, they knew. They were making a mockery of my horror. This I thought, and this I think. But anything was better than this agony. Anything was more tolerable than this derision. I could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer. I felt that I must scream or die. And now, again, hark! Louder, 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 louder! Villains! I shrieked. Dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks, here, here. It is the beating of his hideous heart. Of course, would be the murderer's own heart that gave him away. Much in his guilt, he is betrayed. Thank you for the voice compliment. I appreciate it. It does take a lot of reading, which is why I only do one a night. Or this one's in. Oh, it's almost done. It should be done by the time the next battle is ready. No more reading. Sorry, that's only an intermission point in the middle of the stream, just for Halloween. You can come back tomorrow if you want, and I will read a shorter poem at the end of the stream. All right, thanks for stopping by. All right, battle time, and this one is twice as likely to get us killed since there's only 2 people this time around. Although I did win the last battle myself, so we'll see how this one goes. Should be better. love my little skeleton dude. He takes a lot and keeps on ticking. Oh, look. We won. Yay. So Kathy needed. Definitely gonna get most of the spoils since they were the only other person. Congratulations, you got 10 pieces of gold. Ooh. Look, Centurion Scrolls. Now, I'm going to unlock those Centurion Scrolls. And I'm going to save my money actually so I can unlock some spells for next time. Foster Scroll. Yes, give me all that candy cane. Candy corn. All right, let's get to our next campaign. Get this going. Challenge level unknown. I don't know. That seems risky. 2 people playing. Be too much of a risk. As opposed to moderate. Put my guy over here. And let's switch over to my very first playthrough of The Room, which I've seen friend Chico play, and I've seen another friend play it, so I'm hoping that I can do well in puzzles. Oh, it has its own scary music. Maybe I don't need to keep Pretzel Rocks going. need to change the settings quickly on the game. Oh, here we go. Finally something that works. Okay. Let's open the scary envelope and see what it tells us. Came. I knew your curiosity would get the better of you. Please excuse the mess. My housekeeper abandoned me shortly after the rest of the world. The answers you seek are inside this box, along with something else. Something they said could never be built. It is the only one in existence, and it is the key to incomprehensible power. This safe was constructed to keep it from lesser minds. Every faith in you solving its mysteries, always were the smart one. The enclosed key, I gift you one parting favor. Keep this eyepiece with you always. Without it, you're as blind as the rest. The stakes are higher than you possibly imagine. Small brass key, an animal motif. It looks like a stag. Just yet. Curious eyepiece, but the letter says, "Feed me, and I shall survive. Give me drink, and I shall die." Like a lens from Ben Franklin Creations. It needs to be fed. It doesn't do anything. I need to put something into it. Without a lens, it's just an ordinary eyepiece. There you go. Is somewhere on the safe. Okay. Take a quick break because I need to go put on my glasses if we're going to be doing this for an extended period of time. Back in a bit. Thanks for waiting. Back to the puzzle. Somewhere on the safe, so it could be books on there. the symbol of the safe itself. Bespoke safes for the gentry. Guildford, England. World-renowned talisman. Guaranteed thief and fireproof. Established 1807. Oh, feed fire. The drink dies. Push a button. Key. Peculiar old key probably opens the peculiar old lock. It's rolling across the back of the thing. It looks like marbles are rolling on a slant. Just motes of dust. Now that I can see my eyes. This looks like a hinge, maybe, where that opens. Slides. Ah, yeah. E. Proper way, like a Greek key. It's other way, right? Like going kind of clockwise. That's what it should look to then, right? Yeah. bench. Something. That's just where it. It's probably for hustle. So we had fire, we had earth. We're gonna have some sort of elementals. Can't click it yet. Like I'm not allowed. Or is it just me walking? Where can I stick this? Star. To fit a round hole. Time. get to it briefly. We'll do one more battle. This one takes us. Yay, caffeine needed, kill to treat bags, so we can all get some burn. I think we're gonna win. 5 enemies left. Yay. I love that it was a cat jam. Hugo, where are you with your cat jams? I know, I think I'm stuck clicking. Oh, let me go back to it and maybe it'll unstick itself. Oh, it's gonna suck if I can't unstick this because I won't be able to give the rewards away. Gee, even my task manager's a little goofy right now. Sorry, guys. Sorry guys, looks like I'm having technical difficulties, so I'm gonna have to end my stream abruptly. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully with no technical difficulties.